Absolver is the martial arts adventure that throws you into the ruins of an old empire to train and develop your combat skills against both other humans and AI warriors. It puts your fighting ability to the test on your mission to defeat the 3 bosses and the various mini-bosses that are spread across the lands. After creating a character and choosing your first fighting style, you're introduced to the what may at first seem daunting combat system. Every player is given a deck of moves to assign however you want between the 4 different fight stances, and as you progress and learn new techniques, you can add these new moves together to create longer combos, eventually creating a chain of attack. One important thing to remember is to focus on which stance a combo will end on, as this will determine what combo you will naturally do next. In Krav Maga, this kind of flowing of moves is called Retzev, and that's what is done so well here. If it wasn't for the limited stamina, you could potentially do an endless combo, with each move seamlessly animated from one to the next. Across the map you run into plenty of enemies, each with a different fighting style, and as you spar you may come across a new attack which you haven't seen before. If you block this move enough times, then eventually you'll get to master it and add it to your own fight deck. It's a great mechanic of encouraging you to roam around as a martial arts student, challenging people not only so you can level up and get new armour and equipment, but also to learn new techniques from others. Resting at an altar will cause the enemies to respawn in slightly varied locations for you to fight all over again. Running around the map can at first be quite confusing, with there being lots of corridors and pathways, all tightly interwoven. It can be easy to forget which pathway leads where, and it makes the areas feel larger than they actually are, with lots of ways to go, that at first may feel overwhelming, but it does help when you soon realise that they're all interconnected like one big spider web. It's a world that has an interesting, clean kind of look. It's often bright and has some stunning views, a real mix of nature and ruin. Absolver creates a world that's best explored not alone, but with others. You may see a fight off in the distance with a human player struggling to fend off multiple opponents. You then have a choice: do you go in and help, ignore them, or take advantage of the situation and kill them yourself? When playing online, you'll bump into 2 or 3 human players in each part of the map, and it's up to you how to deal with each other. You can team up and journey together, fight alongside one another but being wary of the friendly fire. Or you may decide to help someone out once, say thanks, and then go on your own way, disappearing into the night never to cross paths again. Or of course, you can always have a fight. There's a mode that you can access at each of the altars where you find someone to have a one-on-one sparring session with, first to 3 wins. It's the ultimate way to put your skills to the test, and hey, you never know, you may learn some new moves out of it. There is also a 3 vs 3 control the zones mode that's currently in beta, but as of yet I've not actually managed to get into a match. It feels a very organic form of multiplayer that lets you interact in any way you want. For example, you could, if for whatever reason you wanted to, stop at a bridge and decide to challenge anyone who wants to pass, letting you become almost like a mini-boss for everyone else in the area. The game is short with only 3 real boss fights, and the enemies may all look and fight a little differently, but they're essentially all the same character model. This is an experience that's designed to be repeated, and I can safely say that I'm happy to do so. Even in a one-on-one match, you carefully watch when to block, dodge and parry, and work on your timing to create effective combos that don't have any pauses of conflict. Once you get a good feel for the controls, this flow of battle never gets old and is addictive. As you level up, you can do things like find new schools to fight for, new styles to learn, and even start a school of your own for others to follow in your martial art footsteps. There is a lot to try and accomplish even after completing the main story for the first time, but this will take a lot of hard work and a lot of leveling up. A whole new currency is even unlocked at level 60, and yes, even though there is a form of loot box, there is never an option to buy them with real money. If you want to win at Absolver, then the only way is through blood, sweat and tears. As always, thanks for watching. Bye.